Startup Podcast PH is co-produced by Sprout Solutions. Check out our partners in the description. Startup Podcast PH is in the SkoolTek and Edfolio office here in Iligan City, and we're interviewing SkoolTek. We have its founder once again, Ursel Laureno, founder and
Hi.
CEO of SkoolTek and Edfolio na na-interview na natin dati dito sa podcast.
Yes, hi. Hello everyone. Hello, Johnny. Nice to have you here.
Yes, thank you sa pag-welcome sa akin dito sa inyong office, and we just had lunch sa inyong Cafe del
Oo.
Rio here in Iligan City. But kamusta?
Okay naman. Ito, medyo busy na. We praise God because, of course, in every, meron tayong target.
Mm.
And so far, we're hitting that target kaya
Mm.
medyo busy. So,
Yeah, pero grabe no, yesterday or last few days you're in Manila, now you're in Iligan, and then tomorrow fly again. So busy
yes.
ang startup life, ano?
Oo, parang ganun talaga siguro yung startup life, lalo na pag nagka-full-time ka talaga.
And actually, so nagpunta ako dito no sa Cafe del Rio, and I learned now, I've interviewed na dati for Edfolio. So you have Edfolio, you have SkoolTek, and you're also the principal ng school here in Iligan. So
Yes.
how's that? Kamusta yung pag-balance ng tatlong, actually even the cafe, so apat na mga business.
Yeah. So, well, the cafe naman is led by my husband. So, he's the one really handling that. So, ngayon hindi na talaga ako nakikialam. Siguro mga minor stuff. And here naman sa Bethany Baptist Academy, this year I already have a vice principal. So, at least when I'm out, she's the one in charge. And so far naman, handling Bethany Baptist Academy since parang naging daily routine ko na siya for the past 10 years. And in fact, I was parang born and raised in this setup. So parang it's really part of me na. So hindi siya masyadong ganun kahirap i-manage. And of course, that's all by God's grace naman. And so this year, I really committed my 100%. So parang 101 pag nandun na yung iba. So yeah, 100% is with SkoolTek and Edfolio.
But ayun no, very education related.
Yes.
Education advocacy din, I guess.
Yes.
So the school, Edfolio, and SkoolTek, which are edtech startups. So, but yeah, let's talk about SkoolTek. So ano nga ba, Ursel, ang SkoolTek?
So SkoolTek is actually an AI and blockchain integrated school management system. So we're very ambitious like that. But the startup really was born because of a problem in the school, setting where I personally experienced, especially during the pandemic. So that's why this is really very personal to me, and I'm very passionate to help all my fellow school heads. And so that's how SkoolTek really started.
Yeah, let's talk about that problem. Ano nga ba yung problem na talagang nagpanganak kay SkoolTek? But I guess SkoolTek is parang a school system, ano? So yeah,
Yes.
can we know more about the problem that you're really trying to solve with SkoolTek?
Yes. So during the pandemic, it was then that all of us, I think all of the in the education industry realized that first we were not so ready to be technology, parang lahat technology, especially in the basic ed. So at that time, everyone was really grappling through what technology to use, right? And we had to shift, like parang we were just given a few days na parang okay, you all have to switch to
Online
remote
na, yeah.
learning or online learning at that time. So it was then that it dawned on us na we don't have a specific system that could help us transition through that and even prepare us through that. So parang nangyayari kasi before, because I've been an edtech coach before the pandemic pa. So what I do is I check out apps that can be usable to schools. I think that's also the edge that Bethany Baptist Academy was kind of prepared already, because in our senior high school, we're using the iPad program and we're really using technology in our mga lessons, lahat. So, at the time, parang what I just do is I check out apps na ito ba maganda, and usually free yung hinahanap natin kasi schools budgeted. In fact, ang sad lang talaga if every time mag-increase yung school, 70% of that should go to teacher salary. So that means as a school owner, you really have to find ways na maging cost-effective yung mga decisions mo, na hindi ka na mag-incur ng cost kasi it would have to be an extra expense sa school. And lahat ng schools hindi actually, I don't know lang sa iba, but a lot of our schools are not that profitable talaga because most of them are parang ministry based.
Yeah.
So ganun kami, ministry based yung school namin. So at that time when we're looking for apps, so say for example, you look for a school management to handle enrollment, may system na ganon. And then if you look for a learning management, meron naman. But all of these two are not
Combined.
integrated. They are
Okay.
separate. They are either from different providers, different company. One is free, one could be paid. Like sa amin, nag-pay talaga kami ng learning management provider namin. But for the enrollment, we did not acquire for a a school management provider because kaya lang naman namin i-handle dahil may ginawa na akong system na amin lang sa school lang namin. So it worked at that time. So learning management lang. But then how about the other schools na who's not tech savvy? Yung school head nila hindi rin tech savvy. 'Di ba? So it was really very difficult. Even if nag-try na ako, I was part of the remote learning task force for School of Tomorrow schools at the time. Now we led over 400 schools transition from face to face to remote learning. So at the time talagang when you talk to school heads, parang talagang rocket science sa kanila lahat. Yeah, right? And so handling different systems, different pa yung kausap mo is really difficult. So kaya sabi ko, I wanna create something na all of these systems should be integrated. Na parang enrollment pa lang, learning management will automatically be created. That's really the birth of SkoolTek. And lahat ng yun nanganak na lang dahil when we started selling to schools, may nakita pa kaming mas need pa din nila aside from that. And yeah, so parang yun yung naging talaga, starting point.
Yeah, actually, ang dami ko naisip na questions dito, no? But first, so parang it really started because you're a school owner, you're the principal here, and then,
Yes.
kumbaga, you see personally yung problema, lalo na ng pandemic, na we really need to use tech to kumbaga the
Yes.
challenges na
Oo.
kasama ng remote learning, But during the pandemic or parang during the transition to remote learning, who do you think yung pinaka na-affect? Students, teachers, or other people sa school?
Yeah. Well, I think all of these stakeholders were affected. First, the school. If the staff, the teachers are not tech savvy, it was really very hard for them. So if you are the school head at hindi ka mag-push, talagang sasabihin ng teacher, "Ma'am, ayokong mag-change, ayokong mag-transition. Napakahirap." Lalo na yung medyo not so young, not so old naman, but they're not tech savvy talaga. Like the mere parang pagpe-press pa lang ng iPad lang yun, parang anong gagawin namin? So parang gano'n. Imagine that. So one, the teachers, lalo na yung mga medyo, tenured na mga teachers na, di ba? You can just imagine. Second is the parents. A lot of our parents are not so techy din. Mas magaling pa yung mga anak nila. So when we switch to online learning sa high school, siguro madali lang. But the kindergarten has to be, coached and parang supervised by their parents. So, hindi yung kindergarten ang nahihirapan talaga, but the parents. Di ba? Yung, "Ma'am, saan namin hahanapin yung ganito? Ano yung kiklik namin?" Yung so, mga ganun. So, that's really difficult. So, parang, kung, say for example, you want them to do something, tapos enrollment, ito yung gagamitin, tapos learning management, ito another naman yung gagamitin, tapos video conferencing, iba na naman yung gagamitin. Imagine that, di ba? So, talagang hanap ka, ano ba talaga? Dapat isa lang. So, dapat parang it would really help if isang change lang siya. Lahat na yan, meron na.
Interesting. Actually, yeah. I mean, you're combining learning management system and school management system. So, magkaiba yan, Learning management
Yes.
system yung parang talagang
Doon
andun yung mga
mag-activities.
courses, yung mga
Oo.
activities. School management system, andito yung mga enrollment din, sa
Yes,
attendance,
billing.
parang yung billing,
Oo, andun na
pagbayad ng
lahat.
tuition fee.
Yes.
And then, video conference, nasanay tayo sa Zoom, Google Meet. So, you're now building SkoolTek as an all-in-one, is that right?
Yes.
Oh, so,
So
can we know more about SkoolTek, and the platform itself?
So yeah, right now, we're actually in our version 2. So during the pandemic, we created our MVP. So we were able to really validate the need because we know that there's a need talaga in the market. But then it was further validated when we started selling to colleges and universities. Kasi doon namin nakita na mas may malaking need pa sila. Yung sa basic ed, yes, we have a need, but sometimes, we can just do the manual thing kasi minsan konti lang yung estudyante, makaya lang ng admin yung mga some processes. Although the learning management is also really a need din sa mga basic ed, lalo na yung may content. But for colleges talaga, like the whole process, if malaking school ka, both basic ed and higher ed, you want something that would streamline all of those processes. So doon namin nakita na may kulang si version 1. So right there and then, we decided it was really very hard for me to decide to scrap version 1 altogether and do version 2.
What's the difference again of version 1 and version 2?
So, actually, yung dalawa nandyan pa rin sa ngayon. Kasi yung client namin on the first year, they're still using version 1 and we're slowly transitioning them to version 2 now.
Okay.
See, version 2 now is much more scalable. It's much more customizable. So, kung in terms of sa laki ng system, parang times 3, times 4 si version 2 talaga. So, it's ready to scale because now we're targeting not just the basic ed, but we're targeting higher ed, colleges and universities talaga.
So, right now, you're more of higher ed, more of colleges.
Yeah. It can go both naman. Like, so, say for example, before talagang good siya for basic ed. Ngayon, mas better siya for basic ed and mas better din siya for higher ed. Dahil, first, we had our admissions builder. Yung system namin, meron kaming sarili naming form builder. Say for example, yung school, meron silang sarili nilang application form. Kung ano yung nakalagay sa application form nila, pwede na nilang i-build right inside the system. So, meron tayong admissions builder, enrollment builder, meron din silang curriculum builder, na lahat ng processes na ito, drag and drop lang, auto-save feature. So, sobrang convenient siya. Kasi along the way, when we started talking to ang mga pay nila sa mga previous providers nila, yung parang hindi na save, may nawawalang data, hindi customizable. So yun, we try to parang gather all those mga thoughts from them and mga pain nila, and we try to put it in version 2.
I think very good yung minention mo na customizability kasi as an experience, kumbaga in my experience since part din ako ng isang higher ed institution na parang usually is either if you want to build a school management system, it's either you build one in-house para talagang customize siya na kung ano yung kailangan ng school pero ang problema dun is you need developers. You need a lot of developers. You need a lot of money for that. Another option is yung, for example, there's a startup that you're kumbaga scaling the product. However, meron pa rin room for customizability, right? So about the customizability, and also about the platform. Aside from, so what are all kumbaga what are all the things that can be done dun sa SkoolTek platform?
So ang namin is all of the departments. So we have of course, admissions, enrollment, the billing, and now the billing has its first phase of the accounting system. Now, pwede na siyang mag-generate ng income statement. So, pwede na maglagay ng expenses. So, hindi lang siya parang billing na collection lang, but you can add na the accounting side of it.
Wait, by the way, is this for private?
Yes. Sa ngayon, we're targeting talaga private schools. But of course, we want to help out the public. I also have a game plan for that. But I'll discuss it siguro sa next natin once we launch that one. But it's really nice because our goal really is, of course, everyone will be using SkoolTek. And that it will be easily streamlined and communicated amongst schools and especially sa mga documentations and records ng mga bata. So, aside from that, meron tayong school website for small schools na walang website. So, pwede na nilang para din siyang website builder.
Landing page din. Parang
landing page, Tapos malalagyan nila ng about me, ano yung mga offerings nila. So, parang talagang website nila. Yeah, website builder talaga siya. Na simple lang sa ngayon. Kasi priority natin yung main major features. Meron na tayong calendar of events where ang isang school kasi every year nag-create kami ng school calendar. So naka-create na nila doon na parang Google Calendar. So lahat ng mga portals, teacher, student, admin, parent will now be reminded if may nalagay si admin na event for that day. So ngayon, ang nangyayari sa school, pinupost na namin sa bulletin yung school calendar. Ngayon, ma-add na siya sa system at may reminder na siya sa lahat ng portals. Yes. So kung for example, may event na scheduled today, lalabas siya sa sidebar.
That's good.
Right?
That's good.
So yan yun. Another is announcement page na si admin can post announcement para siyang mini Facebook. Makakapag-post siya ng announcement, lalabas siya sa lahat ng portal ng school, teacher, student, parent pa din. And then they can comment on that thread. So meron na parang thread si admin na
forum style
na magko-comment on whatever questions. So ganon. So then yung mga mini features nun. And then, of course, we have the admissions, enrollment, nakaseparate siya, although connected yung dalawang yan kasi some schools, they have different departments for both admissions and enrollment. So, dalawang department yun siya. Ang iba, isang department lang siya. So, may billing. And then, aside from that, we also have included our clinic and guidance services. So ito naman yung second phase this year, although hindi pa namin siya nilo-launch. But itong clinic and guidance services, once mag-enroll si student, automatic may portal din si clinic and guidance sa sarili nila na pwede silang mag-set ng appointment ng student doon. Tsaka mga records nila, ma-access na rin ni student sa portal nila. So, isang department naman yon, clinic and then guidance.
Pwede naman lang pa-appointment for the clinic and for the guidance.
Yes, pwede ka na mag-appointment sa teacher sa students portal mo.
And clarify ko lang, no, this is parang web-based o web-based?
Yes, web-based siya sa ngayon. And then we plan to do the mobile app for the teachers and students lang. Sa admin is talagang web-based lang siya. But for teachers and students, they will have their mobile app soon. So, since API ready naman na si system, UI na lang ni mobile app ang ginagawa namin now.
So, basically, parang siyang website na kumbaga, may access ang admin, kumbaga meron silang sa end nila, and then meron din access ang mga, for example, students.
Yes.
Na sama mag-iba nakikita nila kasi, of course. And then, but they're connected in that platform, right?
So before, merong portal si student, di ba yung sa universities, may portal si student to see their enrolled courses, their billing, di ba? Tas grades. Ngayon, naka-integrate na doon yung learning management. So, lahat ng ito, isang portal lang ang login ni student. So, makikita niya na lahat.
Okay,
Included yung pag magsaset sila ng appointment, ng mga records. So, yun talaga yung goal namin, na parang lahat, one-stop shop. So, para kung gagamit ka ng SkoolTek, lahat ng proseso ng school, admin ba yan, clinic, guidance, and we're still adding actually sa pipeline namin. But of course, yan yung siguro naka 1, 2, 3 sa pipeline ngayon.
Yeah, siguro dagdag lang ng personal opinion ko, no? Kasi so sa Philippines ako nag-study, pero I went abroad, Taiwan. And then actually, now that I'm realizing it, so kumbaga yung school ko sa Taiwan, National Taiwan University, they have their school management system na actually doon hiwala yung school management system sa learning management system. But anyway, ang dali doon kasi kumbaga, for example, application, yun nga, appointment for the medical, for the clinic. And then also, yung mga application ng mga enrollment, it can be done online, you can pay online.
Yes.
Can you also do this here online din yung payment? And then, for example, application ng mga leave of absence, mga ganun, pwede na rin.
Yeah, pwede na rin sa teachers.
And then yung calendar, actually, na-notice na rin siya, no? Pero ang question is, yung learning management system nyo is integrated.
Integrated
right?
siya. Integrated siya sa.
Can we know naman about the LMS?
So, technically, the process of enrolling the student, di ba meron tayong study load or certificate of enrollment or ano bang tawag sa school niyan? Di ba in the enrollment process, what you do is you create a class schedule. Di ba? Create ka ng class schedule, itatag mo si teacher doon. At saka later, pag may mag-enroll si student, ilalagay mo yung subject na yon sa student na yan. So that process already creates the learning management. So wala nang additional na di ba, ngayon, ang nangyari ngayon, nagbibigay si school ng class list, kung meron kayong learning management, kayo yung mag-a-add ng student.
Isa-isa.
Parang access code, di ba? Isa-isa nyo siyang i-onboard. But dito, hindi na. So, pag login ni teacher, although bibigyan siya ng class list, i-verify niya na lang siguro kung ganun yung setup ni school. Pag login niya ng portal niya, lalabas na din yung mga subjects na assigned sa kanya. Lalabas na din yung mga students na enrolled sa kanyang class. So, mag-verify na lang siya.
Yeah. Actually, this is what I wanted to say. No? Kasi dati, nung nag-college ako sa UP, I mean, hindi pa ganoon ka prominent. Actually, hindi pa ganoon ka yung school management system doon. And yung learning management system, actually, it's more of it's more of Google Drive. Yung
Google Classroom.
Doon mag-upload. As in Google Drive.
Google
Drive. Doon na nag-upload ng files, and then doon na namin titignan. Tsaka, even before pa, nung wala pang online, sobrang mano-mano. For example, pupunta akong clinic. I mean, I want to have an appointment sa clinic or sa guidance. Wala online. So, I have to go by myself. I have to go there. I have to ask kung pwede magpa-appointment and sasabihin nila, ay, next week pa or next week pa. And for example, instructions sa pagbayad ng tuition fee, sa enrollment, walang online. I mean, you really have to go sa registrar, ask yung instructions, gagawin mo, kausapin mo yung mga tao. I think ito yung kinaganda ng may integrated na online school and learning management system. Parang, even if you're a student and you're at home, hindi mo na kailangan pumuntang school. Magko-commute ka pa, oras yun. You can do everything in your home, and then pupunta ka school, syempre, if you really need to personally be there.
Yes.
And then
So,
meron pang ano 'no, yung online conference, may
yes,
ano din.
video
So, yeah.
conferencing. So you can create that also.
Mm.
So we call it SkoolTek Meet.
Mm.
You're using an open source video conferencing tool naman to help us and tawag dito, customize it to SkoolTek
Mm.
users. And then ang maganda din sa ginawa naming learning management or yeah, the learning management is that once maglagay si teacher ng activity, di ba, we will put a raw score. So highest possible point ilalagay mo. Pag may mag-submit, i-update mo lang kung ano yung points niya. Since na-set up na yung grading system din, magse-set up ka rin
Ah.
ng grading system, it will automatically calculate. So
Hmm.
pagdating sa grades, calculated na rin yung grades mo. So yung
Real
pag-i-entry
time.
mo, real time, yes. So yung hindi ka na magpupunta ng Excel, di ba? Ngayon ginagawa
Oo.
natin, may Excel sheet
Mm.
tayo, doon natin
Mm.
ilalagay yung mga raw grades.
Yeah. Yun nga, tsaka yun
Oo.
pati mo same na hiwa-hiwalay.
Hiwa-hiwalay
Hiwa-hiwalay,
talaga.
oo.
So ngayon wala, gano'n na siya lahat. So, actually yun din yung ano ng teachers na even gumamit nung version 1 kasi gano'n na rin si version
Yeah.
1 eh. Parang na-upgrade lang talaga si version 2 na na-enjoy nila yon,
Yeah.
especially the grading part
Ako
kasi they don't have to do it
Yeah.
in another ano.
I mean, I myself a teacher. So yeah, I also teach ano sa university ano. And then I still use Excel now. And then once nakalapit na ng Excel, actually ini-email ko pa isa-isa yung
Oo,
mga
'di
grades.
ba? So ngayon in a click of a button
Yeah.
mata-transmit siya sa admin.
Yeah. I email kasi ayoko i-post yung Excel sa Facebook group kasi makikita lahat ng students yung grades.
Yes.
Ayun, parang privacy rin yun ano.
Yes.
So I think with this kind of systems na parang as a teacher, I can do all the grades in my end. And then the student, ang makikita lang nila yung grade nila.
Yes. Yung grade lang talaga nila.
And also ang laking tulong for me as a teacher, ang laking tulong na in-one na nga lang lahat.
Yes
And
po.
in-one na maayos yung kumbaga seamless yung integration na parang
Yes.
gusto ko I mean, I want to input grades, I'll go here. I want to post the files, I'll go here. I want to have a class, hindi na ako magzo-Zoom.
Yes.
Andun na rin sa ano 'no. So parang yun yung
Yes.
school.
Yes,
Andun
yun
na
na
siya.
talaga yung school.
Now,
Yun nga eh.
ito yung question ano. This is a B2B approach no. You
Yes.
approach the school. What if the school doesn't want the LMS? They just want the school management. Is it possible na ganun?
Yes. So sa ngayon, since we wanna, of course, take it, one step at a time. So ngayon, we wanna really go out to those schools na wala pa talaga lahat. So we wanna give them this all-in-one solution. Once we've penetrated those schools, then that's the time we will start. Kasi naka-ready naman na yung system eh. In fact, the accounting system is already separated. So naka-API lang, connect lang siya via API. So there might be some tweaking in the class the class feed. That's what we call our learning management. But konti na lang. So I actually thought of that. So siguro after this year, we can start planning about it next year. Paano namin siya ma-handle? Kasi meron na kaming ganong inquiries. In fact, before you ask that, there's already an inquiry regarding that na gusto lang namin si grading, gusto lang namin si ganito. Yeah, we can do that for sure. Kasi si system naman is parang tinatawag namin siyang unified school management. Kasi actually naka-separate na. Even yung clinic at saka guidance naka-separate
Pwede
yun.
siyang parang apps
But integrated
dun sa,
siya.
apps siya within the platform. Parang
Yes.
different oo.
Pero siya, may mga API kasi siya eh. Ni-ready namin siya for API. So, may API endpoints na siya to connect. So, ang question na lang niyan now is, kung yung provider ba nila is willing to connect with us. Di ba?
Possible rin nga yun.
Di ba? So, we have to talk to their provider.
Actually,
Yun yung
it's very
difference.
good. That's very great. So, super customizable ng SkoolTek.
Yes. Yun talaga yung goal namin.
Yeah, you kept on saying API and ngayon na nag-sync in yung kahalagahan nga ng
Yes.
API. Kasi API parang pag API, madali i-connect na yung mga different apps So parang
Yes.
si SkoolTek yung unified and then pwede siyang may mga
Oo,
mga branches na
Yes.
parang mga current na ginagamit ng mga
Yes.
school. Oh!
So, ganun po talaga yung ano namin. Malaki talaga yung vision namin ni SkoolTek eh.
But that's very great.
Yes.
And then yung kumbaga ba na school, when you approach a school and when the school wants to have SkoolTek, so yung pricing ba nito yung parang per ano rin sa size ng class?
Actually, we assess and then we have a pricing na very very friendly din siya talaga sa budget. Kasi isa din dyan is all-in-one na siya. Plus, if malaman mo yung price, masabi mo talagang mura lang. Compared to other providers na hindi siya kompleto, hindi siya all-in-one. Tapos yung ano pa namin is whatever, say for example, you're still in contract with us, you have 3 years contract with us, whatever updates that we have within those 3 years, walang additional cost sa'yo. You can take advantage of the new update.
ang kinaganda nito, I mean, I'm seeing all of this now kasi I mean, I've heard of actually I've interviewed other school management systems, learning management systems, and nakikita ko sa iyo, Ursel, na since you have a school, you really have the ano, parang alam mo yung pinanggagalingan ng mga schools na usually the schools they know what they want.
Yes.
They want what they want.
Yes.
And hindi mo pwedeng i-push kung you're a startup
Yes.
founder, I mean, ipa-push mo kung ano yung ginawa mo, 'di ba? You really have to kumbaga you really have to do what the school wants.
Yes.
So, I think you understand that din
Oo.
ano as a school
Actually,
owner.
yun talaga. Kasi parang, yun, even yung mga builders na ginawa namin, from admissions pa lang I said, we created an admissions portal nung version 1. We created our own step and we want the school to adapt to us. How can that be a solution to their problem? Now,
Exactly.
ngayon, sila yung mag-a-adapt sa atin, right? So,
Mm.
since solution provider tayo, we have to be the solution talaga. So, that's why schools, hindi lang sila client, but they are our partners. Kasi we tell them, just let us know what your needs are. And then we'll see how we can put this in the big ecosystem of schools na, alam mo yun, kasi may commonality talaga. So, doon kami sa commonality, inuuna namin. And then kung ano naman talaga yung very customizable, another discussion yun siya, but we can still do it.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think nagma-match nga talaga yung kumbaga yung technological approach na API
Yes.
style siya. Kasi you really have to be customizable as a school management system for the schools
Yes.
na iba-iba naman talaga ang school sa buong Pilipinas. Super iba-iba actually.
Oo, iba-iba talaga yung mga, as in, you can just imagine, like parang you talk to kahit 3, 4 na schools, may iba-iba silang approach, but may
Oo,
commonality,
yeah,
but they
of
have
course.
different approaches.
Yeah.
Yeah, so ganun talaga.
Now, if I have to ask you, Ursel, what's the kumbaga parang unique advantage talaga ni SkoolTek? What do you think?
Yeah, well, I think siguro now that we're talking about customizability, siguro one big ano talaga ni SkoolTek is that na parang we adapt to what the school's needs are. And although we don't say naman na parang we can customize everything, no? Parang iba din na ano yun. But what we're trying to do at SkoolTek is that we want to make it as flexible as it can so that pwede siya. Both either this way or that way, pwede siya.
And actually, yan yung for me, future ng startups na kayo, nagiging IT arm kayo kumbaga ng school somehow.
Yes.
So,
So,
parang ganun
talagang
siya.
focused kami sa needs ng schools and pain talaga ng schools ang naka-priority.
Yeah.
So, yun. Parang best friend ko na lahat ng mga school heads ngayon.
Is payroll processing taking too much of your time? Introducing Sprout Payroll Starter. For as low as 5,000 pesos per month, you get a team of experts to help you with your payroll and HR needs. We'll help compute and process payroll, handle all your government compliance requirements, and automate timekeeping. Leave the payroll to us so you can focus on growing your business. Enjoy peace of mind with Sprout Payroll Starter.
Yeah, let's talk about that yung story journey naman ng SkoolTek. I've interviewed na before so I know na yung story din why you started Edfolio kasi you also do Edfolio. So sa mga listeners na want to know more stories din of Ursel, so you can also watch or listen to that episode our episode with Edfolio. But now let's talk about the story. Actually medyo balikan natin ng onti of how you became the principal dito sa school and how you started Edfolio and SkoolTek. And by the way, sino nga pa nauna, Edfolio or si SkoolTek?
Actually, sabay namin siya pinlano, but nauna lang natapos si Edfolio kasi medyo maliit lang si Edfolio compared to the systems.
Yeah, but what's the story of how did you become the principal here and then going into
medyo
school?
medyo malayo yung storya natin. Please bear with us. Kasi medyo siya. Actually, when I graduated college, my course is nursing.
Ayan,
So,
I think you
so
nabanggit natin
RN
dati.
talaga ako.
Yeah.
So I was a registered nurse. And prior to waiting kung ano yung next step for me when I passed the board exam, kasi before yun talaga parang most awaited yun. So while waiting for that, I already committed to a parang school in the bundok sa Palawan. Yeah. So yun yung nag-change. Doon nag-change yung story. Yung life cycle ko talaga, like God really turned my heart around. Na parang gusto ko pala maging teacher. So when I come back from Palawan, after volunteering there sa tribal community, so nag-teach ako doon, plus nurse din ako nila. So I go to their houses for TB dots, yung sa ng mga medications. Doon nag-start. So after that, when I committed na parang sabi ko, Lord, if I pass the LET exam na nag-self-review lang ako, then I will be a teacher for sure. Kasi nung
So you're an
LET
RN and
yeah.
licensed teacher
So
then.
I took up units to take up the boards and then nag-self-review lang ako to take up the boards. Kasi parang at that time, gusto ko pa rin maging nurse. Pero syempre, doon yung profitability. Alam mo yun, malaki income,
And by the way,
abroad.
parang ang daming nurse dito sa Northern Mindanao. Parang
yeah.
ang dami even sa Caraga, ang daming nursing schools din dito.
Yes.
Yeah, anyway.
Nung naging uso yan before,
Yeah,
talagang halos lahat nursing. So I was one of them. But I didn't regret it though. I was still able to use that profession naman. So yun, after that, so my mom was the principal kasi ng school before I took over. So I did parang when I passed the LET, I was assigned to the grade 1 and 2 until na-assign ako sa junior high. Until na-assign ako sa senior high. Senior high sa school namin was my baby kasi ako nag-apply talaga sa lahat ng mga
nung bago pala din yung senior high.
Yes. Yeah, and then I did all the applications for that. So parang naging baby ko talaga siya sa school namin. Until now, nandito pa rin senior high namin. So, yun. And then, 2019, when my mom was, I think, ready to pass the baton, she passed the baton 2019, just in time for the pandemic. That's why she really told me, she wrote me a message, sabi niya, she didn't know what God's plan was until nag-pandemic. Kasi she can just imagine if she was the principal during the pandemic, then it would have been harder for the school to transition. So parang God really prepared everything. So before that, naging edtech coach pa ako. So I visit Cebu, I learn new educational technology apps and lahat ng mga pwedeng mag-benefit sa school na pwede namin gamitin sa school to enhance students' learning, lahat. So I did all that. I go places to check out. Even robotics, I'm very interested. Even taught coding. Yung basic coding lang. Prior to starting Edfolio and SkoolTek. So parang, alam mo yun, it was all fit together na nag-teach ako ng coding. Medyo naintindihan ko yung algorithms, although not so much. But now, I know everything. Almost, I understand na what they're doing. Except lang ako yung mag-program. Di ko na talaga kaya yun. So parang, that was really the preparation. So, 2019, 20, 21, 22. So, hindi pa. Yeah. And then SkoolTek 2020.
Speaking about that pala, who's the product development of SkoolTek? Who's basically coding it? Is it coded from scratch?
Yes, it is coded from
scratch. Who's doing it? Who's the team behind SkoolTek?
Yeah. Our CTO, Bert, is based in Cebu. And now he's based in New Zealand, but still the CTO. So, he handles the team. Online lang naman. So, work from home lahat ng devs namin. And we have 3 more from Cebu. So, 4 na devs namin all from Cebu. They're really great guys. Ang ganda ng paggagawa namin ng system. And then when I told Sir Bert, our CTO, sabi ko, Sir Bert, I want the system to be scalable to other countries. Kasi meron na rin kaming schools outside the Philippines na interested. And we're starting to na rin sa kanila eh. So, SkoolTek actually is translatable to all languages. So, if you look at the system now, you can switch it to different language and to change. So, ganun namin pinipare talaga si SkoolTek na lahat ng naka-translate keys yan. So, sa laki ng SkoolTek, tapos lahat ba translatable. So, we really planned na ganun yung mangyayari.
You mentioned pala kanina na merong AI and blockchain.
Yes.
So how do you plan to integrate these technologies into the school and learning management system?
Yeah. So si AI naman, we have 2 products actually upcoming. Yung isa is the facial recognition. Medyo natagalan yung product development niya. Hopefully we can launch it before the end of the month or early September. So it's our facial recognition ID system na pagpasok
for attendance din.
Pagpasok ni student sa school, hindi na siya hindi na siya mag-RFID.
Tsaka para para malaman ng parents na pumasok yun sa school.
So instead of RFID, face na lang. So inside and outside. But then the preparation of face tech is pwede siya sa lahat ng corridors. So pwede ka mag-add ng cameras. So hindi lang siya entrance and exit. Pwede na siyang sa hallway. So parang magiging CCTV siya. Kasi we deployed there yung sa AI facial recognition. Aside from that, tinitrain namin siya to detect firearms. And then later on, bullying. Mga ganon. So, may mga ganon kaming
that's good.
ginagawa. So, that's the AI. And then the second one is the recently funded na project from DOST. Yung career predictive profiling system namin na it will predict senior high school strand. So, patapos na rin siya.
Based on what? Sorry. And based on what yung predicting nun?
So,
Based on grades, based
we
on
did our research, and aside from grades, there are other factors like family employment, status, profession. Aside from that, yung family influence, peer influence, yan, lahat. So we look at this, and these are some of the significant na mga ano ng bata. So we're actually doing a survey right now. Hopefully also we're looking for graduates of the school year 21, 22, 22, 23 and 23, 24 to answer our survey. No? May ano kami sa Facebook na we want the data kasi we want them to answer that so that we can create a AI model based on those data.
Pero maganda yun, actually, maganda yun. Pwede mo isama din yung personality nga. I mean,
Yes.
tsaka hindi na siya to predict to guide, to help
Yes.
give guidance to the students
Yes.
on
So,
what. Kasi
parang
ang
profile
daming mga
siya.
senior high na or mga high school, junior high, they have no, they don't know what they want to in
Yes,
college or
totoo.
even in senior high, yung track nga.
Just to
So,
also give you a perspective why parang inclined ako dyan. Kasi my master's is in guidance and counseling. So education under education kasi yan. So this is more on the career guidance side. And we saw that the mismatch rate of the Philippines is very high.
I think very high.
Yeah, right now the data that we have is about 70% mismatch. So ganun kalaki ang mismatch rate.
Ang mga Pilipino kung ano yung uso para makapag-upload, para makapag-upload din,
Oo.
'di ba? Yun yung
So we
yung
wanna help.
kinukuhang ano.
Oo. So that's the AI. Tapos plano namin mag-ano siya ng deep learning to assess yung mga academic profile ng bata, ano yung mga strengths nila, ganun. So this is really a very big project na paunti-unti we're trying to to make it happen. But the career predictive system should be done before January next year. So yan yung deadline namin for DOST. Yes,
Tsaka ang kinagandaan kasi for example, even I can relate kasi even I teach IE in engineering. Even with engineers, you have a lot of things that you can do. You can be an engineer na like parang on the ground, practical talaga, or you can be an engineer na kumbaga leading the team. So even with a discipline, pwede mo ma-predict somehow kung ano yung magiging role, yung best role for you based on all yung pagkatao mo ano. But
so ngayon yung first phase nun, hopefully we can do more iterations and enhancements of the AI model. So it's really very nice. So yun, that's the AI part. And the blockchain part is really very interesting. And part siya talaga ng goal ko before. Napa-fast track lang siya. Actually, my plan dito is siguro next year pa. But napa-fast track because we were able to partner with a blockchain company that's doing this through IBM blockchain. It's very cost effective. Kasi isa din talaga yan sa factor na hinahanap ko. Dahil we don't want it to be cost, heavy sa mga schools. So it's really nice because what we're doing now is every time the school creates a transcript of records for the student, it is now stored in the ledger.
Authenticated na.
Yes, authenticated na siya through the blockchain. So that means pwede nang mag-boast ang isang school na our transcript of records is blockchain or authenticated, verified. So kung walang ganito, walang QR code na ma-verify nyo to this university, fake yan.
Recto yan.
Diba? Recto yan for sure.
Tsaka for employers talaga yan.
Yes.
They can verify yung authenticity nung transcript.
And we were just talking about this a few days ago. It's really nice because ngayon, di ba, if lalabas ka ng abroad, di ba kailangan mo pa-authenticate sa CHED, yung transcript mo, tapos sa DFA. Di ba, how we wish we can reach out to these government institutions then to tell them, these are already validated. You can have access to our system of validated documents from real universities talaga. That would really help the Philippines, right?
Imbis na days pa, pupunta pa ang CHED, pupunta ka ba din, papabook ka pa, na appointment, pupunta ka sa FA. Online na lang in a few minutes, in a few seconds.
Verify. Yeah, you can trace it back to this certain university na yan talaga ang gumawa nung records na yan. Diba?
Yeah,
It
that's
would be
super
a
good.
nice,
super good actually.
So, praying talaga.
Promising advanced tech ni SkoolTek. I mean, this is really very helpful din talaga. But speaking about this so this is the startup life na you're gonna continuously put more advanced technology to your product.
Yes.
And did you see yourself becoming like this kind of startup founder? I mean, you became the principal of the school and then kumbaga, din parang as a
hindi ko talaga
educator and then your startup. So, how was it? Kumbaga, parang transition and how did you deal with that?
I have never imagined. I know from the previous interview I told you, I don't even know what startup means until I started. No, parang, Okay, startup pala ako?
Yeah.
So, parang ganito pala yung company na 'to, startup palang tawag. That's why yung sinabi ko sa'yo na I had my first meetup here in Iligan sa cafe. Kasi yun yung time na, startup pala ako. So, baka may startups din dito sa Iligan that I can communicate and, kasi ang una kong nalaman, ang una kong na-realize na as a startup, you need pala to raise funds dahil akala ko 'pag matapos yung product, yun na yun, kasi start benta na. Ang OPEX pala is malaki. So, diyan ko na-realize na malaki pala talaga yung
Actually.
OPEX, na need mo siya ng certain fund talaga to make it work until such time na maging revenue generating ka. 'Di ba? Yung sinasabi nila na parang anong term nun, nakalimutan ko yung term, but yung from starting to where ka na medyo may revenue ka na, yun yung pinakamahirap na part. And those are the na most startups fail.
The value of debt.
Yun, yung sinasabi nila na gano'n, na parang 'di ba, until you get revenue na pwede mo nang i-sustain. 'Di ba? Mahirap yun.
And to add din, kasi ang startups kasi parang nagbe-bring ng innovation, ng something new.
Yes.
So, kaya din matagal din somehow minsan before you become really revenue generating kasi this is something new. You're developing a new business model and you're introducing a new technology somehow.
Yes, and research and development is really costly. Sobra, like time and even resources. Usually, human resources sa dev na side, mahal sila. I'm just really happy that I have one of the best teams siguro in the Philippines. So, medyo naging sa akin na mas confident ako ngayon, especially with version 2. Version 1 talaga, it was, masasabi ko talaga hindi siya scalable. That's why it was a hard decision to change it.
But I think yun naman, actually, I think sakto rin naman siya. Part din naman talaga siya na first build a product that doesn't scale, and then once you're getting the traction, scale it.
Yes.
Speaking of that, kamusta ang traction ni SkoolTek?
Praise God, this year, we have reached our target already.
Wow.
So, our target of 30,000 students, na-reach na namin siya.
Wow,
So, yun lang yung goal. Yeah. Yun yung goal namin this year. And we were able to make it. Actually, more pa. So, now we're raising 250,000, hopefully. And we're still naman presenting and waiting for other schools.
How are you talking pala with the schools? How are you finding them and how are you setting up meetings with them?
So, some of it are my network already. Although sometimes yung network mo, minsan hindi yun ang bumibili talaga or nagbibilieve siguro or siguro hindi nila need at the time. But then I have partners also. Like I have sales partners in Thailand, in the ASEAN region. I have sales partners in the Philippines.
You already have traction outside of the Philippines?
Yes, we have schools there already starting pa. Thailand, and then Cambodia medyo na-hold siya, but may matamis na na kami doon. Waiting na lang for implementation.
Because you have sales people there. You have sales partners there.
Yes, I have partners there.
How did you find those sales partners?
Through my connections din sa school. Kasi nga may school ako. Kasi
that's
I think
nice.
dyan din siguro ang sinasabi nila na unique value or yung parang hindi nila ma-replicate ng most other siguro CEOs. Kasi I'm a school owner. Or school head.
Exactly.
So, yung network ko talaga are among schools.
That's good.
So,
may community ka na rin, may network ka na, and then you solve their problems. You're solving their problems.
And even outside the Philippines, I have friends na may mga school owners. So,
super nice.
Yeah. Meron tayong Lao, Malaysia, nakapag-present na tayo. So, waiting na lang talaga for doon.
How about in the Philippines? Kasi you're based in Iligan, di ba?
Yes. So may sales partners din tayo here.
Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao.
And then my network din. So, yung sales partners natin, I don't want to mention them muna now, but they work among schools and universities din. So, they're the ones bringing in the bacon.
Actually, that's what I want to kasi I mean somehow if you're a startup outside of Manila, minsan mahirap makakuha ng network ng opportunities. Pero you're based here in Iligan City in Mindanao. You still have to fly to Manila, pupunta pang Lagindingan Airport, pinunta pa natin Manila. And then but ang advantage din kasi you can stay here actually. And pero meron ka ng mga branch na can do the sales din for you, no? So that's very good then as a startup founder. You really just focus on the tech and then your network does the sales and marketing.
Yes. So, ang galing nga talaga ng yung everything's like put together in a
ayun. So, let's actually ang ganda ng usapan natin, but let's try to wrap it up na, are you enjoying this startup life?
Very much.
How happy are you doing this?
Very happy kasi I think this is part of me. Helping schools, I've been doing that even hindi siya technology. Like everything that I have, I share to schools. Like in my network. I'm very happy doing that. And I'll be very happy doing it now. kung siguro nga walang expense ang technology, I can give it to them free, 'di ba? Pero may expense yung technology talaga and you cannot sustain it if you will not charge, 'di ba?
Good thing you said that,
So,
sustain.
yeah, mahirap i-sustain talaga. So I think if you want to help us, you help us by, subscribing to us and
Actually, yun yung magandang parang perspective for parang for business transactions na payment. You don't buy it's not a monetary, it's a monetary pero ang goal
Yes.
talaga niyan is to
No,
sustain the
yeah.
operation, sustain
Yeah.
kumbaga yung adoption ng technology para
And to help talaga.
and then more people can be, more
Yes.
institutions can be helped.
Yes po, yun talaga.
Yeah.
So parang sabi ko nga parang ministry ko din siya in a way. Although yeah, we're charging pero as in we try to make it as minimal as possible, enough for us to sustain the operations.
Not to be
Diba?
profit greedy.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Sanay na ako na mag-charot lang. Ito, it's really something na it's not for profit. But if God will give us profit, then praise God po for
The
that.
profit is for like expansion,
Yes.
for exploring new things, and for also risk, kumbaga, pag-control na risks.
Yeah,
But
opo.
really the goal is to help as much schools as
Yes.
possible.
Kasi doon naman yun it's a byproduct of that. If you're able to help people, if you're able to help these schools, then profit is for sure. Yes. Yun naman talaga for me Kahit nga, even nga with contracts, I'm not very strict. Like, sinabi nila one year lang, okay lang. Kasi if they're satisfied, if they love the product, they will stay.
Yeah.
And that's what they always say naman.
Yan ang dapat,
Diba?
ganyan dapat ang startup founders. True, very true, very
So
true.
parang I don't even want to argue na parang ganito if hindi namin nabigay yung need nyo, then I'd be happy to end the contract.
At the end of the day, it's the client's choice. If your product is good, they will come back and come back to you. So yun din ang role ng startup founders, to build technology and build business models na hindi mo really kumbaga pinupush into the market, kundi the market will come looking for it talaga and will pay for it talaga.
Yes. You have to really strengthen it first and make sure that you're valuable to them.
Yeah.
Kasi sure na talaga yun Yan yung pinipray namin. Even with schools, you'll just be surprised. I know we're wrapping it up, but I just really wanna put it out there. Kasi yung pay ng schools, challenge namin now kasi parang nag-repair kami sa mga damage na nagawa ng ibang system. So, parang meron na silang trauma sa mga systems. That's the truth.
No, that's true.
Yeah.
I know.
So parang ang hirap sa amin.
Papalit-palit ng
Opo, sabi nga nila, sila din nagsasabi, ma'am, sana kayo na yung last. Kasi even teachers may nakausap ako, nag-train ako, sabi, ma'am, ang hirap, every 2 years nag-change yung admin. Tapos medyo hindi siya, medyo matanda. She's not young. So sabi niya, mahirap sa akin mag-adapt to new technology na nasanay na ako dito. Tapos next year, mag-iba na naman. So parang doon ako na, sana kami na forever. Pwede forever. Diba?
Yun din ang kahalagahan nyo, Ursel, or SkoolTek as parang yung talaga, yung commitment to become long-term partners with the schools.
Opo.
Kasi totoo for a teacher, tas every 2 years, palipad-lipad, tataparin na sila mag-train na naman kung paano gamitin yung platform, and then so minsan nawalan sila ng motivation na gamitin at all yung platform kasi back to the Zoom, back to the Google Drive, back to the Facebook kasi
babalik ka pa rin.
So kailangan talaga yung kumbaga yung commitment na andun yung once you serve a school, you're there forever.
Opo, yun talaga yung goal namin. And praying that it will happen in God's time.
Ayun, so future plans for SkoolTek, and ano ba yung parang vision nito maybe in 5 years? What do you see for
5
SkoolTek?
years?
Sige, kahit ano muna. Year by year.
All of the schools in the Philippines will be able to use it. Kidding. But yan naman talaga. Yan naman talaga yung main goal ng most systems.
Total addressable market.
And then even may may competition. Yun yung sinasabi ko sa mga partners ko. Sana gawin din nila yung best nila. Kasi malaki din yung market ng Philippines. Diba?
Yeah.
We can share the market. But they just have to do their job din well. Kasi mahirap ng parang nababalik. Parang may transfer sa'yo. Tapos bear mo yung trauma nila. Ikaw, you have to prove yourself to them. Kasi nga, na-fail na sila sa ibang provider. So parang sana, we can share the market naman.
Yeah, and that's true, no? Parang come to think of it, ang mga school management systems and learning management systems, kumbaga at the end of the day, ang competition dyan, yung talaga, parang commitment and partnering with the school.
Opo. Ang after sales din.
After sales, exactly. Yeah. Yun talaga, I think, very big
yes po.
part dyan ng
Yun yung tinatry namin. Kaya parang ang laki ng need namin i-prove sa mga schools. na hindi iba kami, parang gano'n. So, malaki ng pressure kaya nagpe-pray talaga ako, Lord, sana we're able to
Pero
afford that.
yun talaga ang drive mo din, no? And
Yes
how
po.
strong is your drive? It's 100
100% po to help schools. If if only I can offer it to you, without
Wow! And I can
'di
feel that.
ba?
Yeah, I can feel
Why
that.
not? So, nafi-feel ko talaga yung pain ng
Mm.
schools actually.
I think it talaga yun, no, even for for public schools. Ayaw
Opo.
nila, gugustuhin nila, hindi lang bago technology, pero ang gugustuhin nila yung talaga,
Yes.
partner talaga. Partner.
Opo. Sana we can also help the public schools after
Yeah, yeah.
this. Yeah.
Ayun. Maraming salamat, Ursel. This
Thank
is a very
you.
great conversation. Actually, mag-1 hour na pala tayo.
Oo
Hindi,
nga
ang bilis
eh.
ng oras. Ang
Ang
dami natin
bilis.
napag-usapan na, no? Pero,
Yes.
ayun, if our listeners, baka may schools na kakinig dyan or teachers na gusto kumbaga, i-promote sa inyo mga school, ang SkoolTek. So,
Yeah.
how can our listeners find more information about you and SkoolTek?
Yeah. Well, we are on Facebook, LinkedIn, and Instagram. So you just message. You can even look for my name and, message me, PM me. It's fine. So we're all on all the social media channels.
Yeah.
So yeah, just PM us directly and maybe, you can message me din on Facebook.
Yeah, so search for Ursel Laureno or
Ursel Murillo Laureno.
Ursel Murillo Laureno and find SkoolTek, Facebook, Google, and all
Yeah.
those social media channels. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Johnny. Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you very much to our 48 patrons. This episode is super powered by Lex.ph Academy, our official e-learning partner. Get certifications on Lean Six Sigma, project management, data science, and more. 1 CFO services, bookkeeping and tax, and payroll processing for startups and small businesses. Tuala, privacy-focused digital experience for sharing identity information across Web 2 and Web 3 ecosystems. Wonder Brand, next generation data science-driven brand strategy and design company for emerging markets. Doon, Philippines' first fully insured peer-to-peer car sharing marketplace. And Space Cebu, global co-working space, private office and meeting rooms for startups, digital nomads, and freelancers. Mamiki Super Pet App, the Philippines' first ever one-stop mobile app for pet products and services. MarketMind Local, a digital marketing company focused in helping small and medium businesses. Mata Technologies, Philippines' premier provider of virtual tours and maps for LGUs, real estate, tourism, and private businesses. Hire Business Solutions, provider of the most configurable cloud-based payroll system in the Philippines. Smile, consent-driven digital employment verification service to make smarter decisions faster. DVCode Technologies, IT solutions specializing in software development, blockchain smart contracts, digital wallets, and cybersecurity. Drive Manila, Philippines' largest peer-to-peer car rental community. Ignite Careers, career matching platform for Filipino talents and hiring companies in the outsourcing industry. Looking for buy and sell online with Sigurado sellers. NutriCoach, personalized nutrition and weight loss programs for you. Benjoy's food products, Domo Premium Bacon Ends, Tapa, and Tocino. ROC.ph, our creative marketing partner. Get unlimited digital marketing services monthly. This episode is powered by Contact RFID Business Cards, CodeChum, Kazam, Jur.ph, Big Giant Games, Founders Launchpad, Packetworx, Uplift CodeChum, Pareto Consulting, Agile Data Solutions, Hustle.ph, Board Prep, Zayls, SeriousMD, Pahatid.ph. Please support the podcast through the links in the description.